kind of, not really. It's getting there. Good morning. See, I didn't even have to do my elementary thing. Thank you for joining us for the opening of Fieldstone Cottages. This was an incredible project to watch come together. From the design blueprints to the way the installation of the doorknobs and lighting fixtures, the team at Homeport, along with our partners at Rockford Homes, Columbus Design Company, and American Structure Point, it gave a lot of detail to these homes that were built. Now, this says on my notes, it says older adults, so you know I did not write this. In spite of what my driver's license says now, I did not write that part. But, so we are proud to extend the work that we do at Fieldstone Cottages, and, at Fieldstone Court, to include this new community. I was just saying when I was looking at them, I'm like, when can I move in too? So, but I want a cottage for my husband and one for me, but don't. Thank you to the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, Ohio Capital Corporation for Housing, Huntington Bank, Federal Home Loan Bank of Cincinnati, and CareSource for putting up the capital it took to get this done. This is part of that, it takes a village to get it done. As longtime partners of Homeport, your continued support of affordable housing should be more of an example for companies across our region. In short, we need a lot more. Later on in the program, you'll hear from a resident of Fieldstone Cottages who has been kind enough to share his story today. For the sake of our program, we had to limit our resident speakers to just one, but there are several who are eager to share their impact of safe housing, so you can gather in after we're done and seek them out, and I'm sure they'll be glad to tell you about their experiences as well. That alone should show how important places like Fieldstone are for Columbus and Central Ohio, and how needed they are. Every day, our housing shortage goes unchecked. More individuals and families teeter from unstable housing to just plain unhoused, which is something we all need to, again, like to work on together to make sure we can figure out how to deal with that. According to our own community shelter board, the number of seniors entering homelessness is increasing. Over the years, there was a time when we were settled, we were stable, when we were supported. I'm proud to say that Fieldstone Cottages is exactly that refuge for seniors in our community. Thank you again for the partners who made this possible. Please join me in welcoming our extraordinary CEO, Leah Evans.
So good morning, everyone. Want to echo Robin's thank yous and really appreciate you all being here and welcome you to Fieldstone Cottages. It is a sister community to our building next door, Fieldstone Homes, and you'll be able to see on the display some photos from the property and from the development, but we'll also have a few units available for you to tour at the end so you can experience it for yourselves, as we were talking about how cozy it felt in here. It feels like home. It has a very warm feeling, and really, you know, our development team really focuses on the fact that this is where people live. We don't want to institutionalize the work that we do. We want it to feel like coming home for everyone that comes in, and not just the people that live here, but the people that come and visit and experience the community. When Fieldstone Court began leasing back in 2005, so again, this is our building next door, we knew we couldn't stop there. It was our earliest as Homeport senior community. We hadn't done senior housing. Seniors live with us, older adults live with us, but a senior dedicated community, which has been really important. And that's 42 affordable homes are next door, just for those residents. It was a small effort at that time, 20 some odd years ago, but it was really the beginning of really understanding and addressing the aging population that exists within our community. We are proud that with Fieldstone Cottages, we've been able to double that number and ensure that more of our community members who are 65 and older have somewhere to live, age in place, and to grow and live with dignity. In just 5 years, all baby boomers will be older than 65 years old. A whole generation of folks will be older than 65 years old, and that is 1 in 5 in all of residents will be entering that retirement age. And unfortunately for many, that should be your golden years, your time with grandchildren, your time pursuing your interests and some of your hobbies. But for many, it's not that. is faced with a lot of challenges, particularly financial, to be able to maintain their good health and to maintain stable housing. So the individual struggles, the strain that comes from those individuals, we see it at the community level in our healthcare system, we see it in our safety and security systems, we see it, in our assisted living facilities that are, at capacity, and other of our existing infrastructure is going to be tested at unprecedented levels. So the cost won't be able to be maintained. We can't just build another, series of assisted living facilities or more hospitals. We really have to help to understand that it costs about an average of $3,600 a month for someone to be in an assisted living facility. So we as a community can come up with solutions where people can age in place, have home supports that make sense, then we actually are solving a community-wide challenge and keeping that money in the community and flowing into the economy in other ways, as well as flowing into the pockets of those individual families. So $3,600 a month was for assisted. Private care costs double that. Just imagine that this, in addition to housing solutions, that 88% of older adults say they don't even want to live in an assisted facility. So how do we marry those two things? Communities like Fieldstone. Aging in place helps people to remain self-sufficient, healthy, and socially connected in their communities. For people who've owned a home for a long time, it may not be feasible to stay put in that home anymore. They may have to navigate stairs or get upstairs or downstairs to the bathroom or to the bedroom. They may struggle to get in and out of the shower. In our housing, we've designed it for older adults. We've designed it to accommodate walkers and to have ease of use. The countertops, the turn radiuses in the hallways, you'll see all of those little touches that then just let you be ready for whatever life may bring to you as you get older. The need for more more hands-on help can also increase as we get older. And so we're happy to have solutions for that as well. So I was just talking to Jill, one of our team, about there's going to be a produce distribution at next door in just a few weeks, and so that you may not have to go out to the store that week. You may be able to get, some of the things that supplement your grocery shopping right here in the community, right downstairs from where you live. So those are the little things that, again, allow people to stay in their home, to not just have an affordable rent, but to live affordably. One of the challenges that we are constantly working within our team is we can build all the buildings you want to see. We love buildings. We love bricks and sticks. But what does it mean to live affordably? To be able to afford the expenses that are in front of you. And that's food, that's transportation, that's medicine. For our family properties, that's childcare, right? And so how do we help come alongside our residents and provide those services? And that's one of the things that we really pride ourselves on, is not just building the houses, but investing in working with our residents to meet those other needs that they may have in their life. I want to thank all of our partners who have made this development happen: the City of Columbus, the Ohio Housing Finance Agency, the Ohio Capital Corp for Housing, Huntington Bank, the Federal Home Loan Bank of Cincinnati, and CareSource for guaranteeing that we have the funding available and that we needed to make this investment. I also want to thank we bought this site from the Affordable Housing Trust of Columbus and Franklin County. And so we actually bought that site that the old building is on from the Affordable Housing Trust of Franklin County. They don't normally own land and land bank land, but they had, a previous leader had bought a piece of property to kind of make sure that it could be held for affordable housing later. 20 some odd years later, we're still being able to, build on that promise that they were holding that land for affordable housing. So again, I want to also shout out to the Affordable Housing Trust for having that vision. I want to thank our Rockford Homes, who've been a longtime partner and supporter of ours on the construction side, the Columbus Design Company, and American Structure Point for bringing this project to life. And at each event, you see these displays and our signs thanking all our partners, because we know what we do, we can't do on our own. It's been a big season of celebration for us. We've celebrated, Thornwood Tompkins Village in Milo Grogan. We've celebrated the dedication and opening of East End Place Homes Phase 2. And now we're celebrating Fieldstone Cottages. And we'll celebrate our next groundbreaking, so put that on your calendar, for our first development deal in Delaware County. And again, we as a team can't do this with all of you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge a couple of our team members. So if you're a Homeport staff member, go ahead and wave your hand. So this is our brilliant team. I have the pleasure and honor of doing a job that I truly love, but what makes it great is the people I get to work with every day. So I thank them, and I thank the contributions they make, not just with their professional skills, but also with their heart and passion being committed to our work. I want to shout out David from our development team. He is the project manager. I got a lot of firsts. So this was David's first development deal to come to completion. So thank you, David, for your hard work and your care in this project. So if you're a Homeport board member, if you would just raise your hand, wave to the crowd. Thank you. Our Homeport board here is here represented. I have a robust and talented board representing many cross-sector departments and institutions across our city. We work them hard. They spend, several hundred hours of volunteering between committee meetings and board meetings and events, and we just thank them for the guidance and for the support to make sure that we stay on mission. Again, we're a real estate development company, but we're a nonprofit, mission-oriented development company. So it's really important that we are not just participating in the market and solving housing problems, but we're also really attuned to our mission and stay focused on what the community needs us to be doing. So with that, speaking of community, one of the reasons that we really get excited about our senior properties is that there's a sense of community that comes when you get a group of older adults together. Like, they live in apartments just like you. It might look like another apartment, a multifamily apartment, but a lot of multifamily, you may not know your neighbor. You may not know who lives in the unit upstairs or downstairs from you. Our senior community, they know everybody. They know each other. They know the maintenance team. They know the people, the community manager. They know everyone that comes in and out the building. And so really want to, thank them for being a part of this community as it grows and expands, and want to welcome up Louis Small, one of our new residents here at Fieldstone. We're really a celebration today because he's come here to share his story of how he transitioned and came to Fieldstone, and we really appreciate him being willing to share today with all of you.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to say my name is Louis Small, and my journey started from early on this year. I found myself without a home, and I've been out in the street all this time, surviving out of my truck morning, noon, and night. And thanks to my support team that I had at REEB that assists me on lunch, gas cards when I need it, because I had a big truck that takes a lot of gas. That took up a lot of my money as well, being out in the street, until my social worker at my doctor's office, Ms. Lee, assist me on getting to this point of Fieldstone. And I attended the seminar where I fill out my application and provide all my information. And I want to say thank you to everyone that assists me on getting here. And I am happy where I'm living at now. The accessibility of my apartment for being a disabled person at the age of 59, I never thought I would be in a situation like this. And I would like to say thank you to everyone. I appreciate it, and I hope y'all keep on doing the same type of stuff for other people in my position. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
No, good morning.
Good morning.
If you will do me a great honor, would you honor our President and CEO, Leela? Would you honor her with a huge round of applause this morning? You all can do better than that. You can do better than that. Now, they kept talking about senior stuff. And why would they kept on looking at me? The book of Micah lists this query. It raises this interrogative: what does the Lord require of thee? The word comes back to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before the Lord. A lot of what we're doing here today, and the president has already spoken to it, is more than bricks and sticks and bricks and mortar. And sure, just like you, life happens. And none of us know where we're going to find ourselves. You know, this year, my wife's cancer came back. Thanks be to God, we think we've gotten everything. We've had so much to go on. And so life happens. And so for our seniors in particular, they've played by the rules, many of them, and then find themselves right now, you know, with the cost of housing right now, and particularly access to affordable, safe housing, with the issues around property taxes that we're looking at it. You know, we're kind of travailing all of this right now. I think nobody does it better than Homeport. They dig in, you know, they're very efficient, they're very thoughtful, they're able to build strong public-private partnerships, and that's what needs to happen in the city of Columbus and the contiguous areas. It matters what we do and how we settle this thing around access to affordable housing and workforce housing. So it requires all of us to do this work. I certainly, Representative, would you stand so we can recognize you? One of my colleagues in the legislature, she does a great job. And so this work goes on. We talk about it in the legislature sometimes in theory, but it's more than theory, an esoteric experience. Homeport gets this work done. We have to get this work done. You know, we talk about our city, and it is growing exponentially. We know that. We're talking about another 750,000 to 1 million people coming to Central Ohio. But it matters how we do that. And nobody, no matter what your zip code is, needs to be sleeping in their cars. All of us need to have a safe housing. And so I did bring a resolution from the 15th Senate District. I'm going to read just a portion of that. And it says, of the Senate of the 136th General Assembly of Ohio, I am pleased to recognize Homeport's Fieldstone Cottages on the occasion of this dedication ceremony. As we dedicate Fieldstone Cottages, let us recognize it as an important building. It is a promise to keep our seniors a symbol of resilience and an investment in the future of Columbus. Thus, with sincere pleasure, I recognize the dedication of Homeport's Fieldstone Cottages and celebrate the positive impact it brings to our community for decades to come. And that's from the 15th Senate District. We honor you today. We are excited about this. Only thing is, I'm looking for my room, Madam President. So keep my room available. But God bless you. This is a wonderful day. It is a powerful day for our city and the state of Ohio. And I always leave when I think about the words of the Reverend Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays when we talk about time. Because I'm 76, going on 77. So I think about time. When we think about time, he said this. He was the mentor of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He said this, I only have a minute, only 60 seconds in it forced upon me. Can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it. Give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. God bless you and have a wonderful day.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Alfred Akenya, and I have the pleasure of serving Mayor Andrew Ginther as one of the Community Engagement Assistant Directors. Thank you, State Senator. Thank you, CEO. As I listen to my brother speak, you know, you understand why Homeport and all the partners do this stuff. You know, thank you for your words. For most of you who have been in these gatherings, you have heard the mayor talk about the critical importance of housing. He actually emphasized this at the State of the City and also announced the housing stability initiatives. What we see here today is what happens when city leaders, community partners, as these come together. It is just to provide a stronger family unit, dignity for people, and the respect for people as well. I just want to thank all the community partners, because here in Columbus, we do things on a regional basis, and it takes a whole community to raise a child. And so it takes a whole partners to do this. And so we want to thank all the partners. We also want to thank the community, because you guys also support everything that they do. And most of all, we want to extend God's blessings to all these folks to continue doing what they can do to support families. On behalf of the Mayor of Columbus, I just want to say thank you again.
Good morning. My name is Kellen Shows. I'm the Compliance Director at the Ohio Housing Finance Agency. On behalf of Governor DeWine, Lieutenant Governor Trussell, the OFA Board, and our entire team, thank you for your dedication in bringing Fieldstone Cottages to life. Creating affordable housing for older Ohioans is vital to the health and strength of our communities like Columbus, Ohio. With Fieldstone Cottages, we're providing funding not just to build homes, we're helping older adults stay close to people and places they love. OFA is proud to support the senior housing development with 9% low-income housing tax credits and a $1.25 million housing development loan. I want to say congratulations to the partners of this project, Homeport, Rockford Construction, Beacon 360, and Ohio Capital Corporation for Housing, for the development and partnering on this incredible achievement. We look forward to seeing Fieldstone Cottages become a place where memories are made and lives are enriched for seniors here in Columbus. Thank you again.
So you guys have been doing a bang-up job with the good morning, so good morning. So my name is Marcus Favona. I'm Executive Vice President of Corporate Strategy, Operations, and Asset Management at OCCH, and thank you for having us here today, Robin, Leo. Affordable housing is a critical need in our community, providing stability, opportunity. It says seniors. I'm going to go with people with experience and wisdom going forward. So if I say seniors, it's in front of me, but that's what I'm thinking. Families and individuals. At OCCH, we're deeply committed to addressing this need through our mission and services. We're proud to partner with Homeport, an organization that shares our dedication to creating and preserving affordable housing options. And today is about new homes. Fieldstone Cottages delivers thoughtful housing for people of wisdom and experience through quality design, strong management, and services that support stability. Our collaboration with Homeport is a testament to our shared vision of a community where everyone has access to this type of housing. Together, we work tirelessly to develop and support housing solutions that empower residents and strengthen neighborhoods here in Columbus. Homeport led this work with care and intention, and we're very proud to stand today with them. At OCCH, we connect private capital to affordable housing, but our commitment does not end with simply a ribbon cutting. We remain a partner for the long term so communities like these are able to remain supported through their operational life. Over our term, we've raised more than $7 billion in equity investment with our partners and have created over 66,000 affordable homes in 1,250 developments throughout Ohio and our footprint. Fieldstone Cottages adds to that count, but more importantly, it adds real choices for people of wisdom and experience and real strength for this neighborhood. As always, we can't do this alone. We're grateful for our investors in Ohio Equity Fund 33A, who helped make this development possible. Thank you to our partners, Huntington Bank, FNC Bank, JP Morgan, Civista Bank, Middlefield Banking Company. They have all been steady allies through our work. This work thanks also to OCCH's philanthropic arm, OCIC, for also providing a grant to this property for operations. While I get to stand up and represent our organization, it's important to recognize my fellow team members. There are two here, Kevin Malpass in the back on our construction team, Beth Long on our acquisitions team. Thank you for coming. To our partners, investors, team, and community, thank you. To Homeport, we look forward to continuing our relationship and many more opportunities to work together. Our collective work is far from finished, as the Senator has alluded to. And finally, to the residents, welcome home. Thank you.
Okay, we have the good mornings. Can you hear me okay? Good morning. I'm Sue Zazon. I'm with Huntington National Bank, and I'm so thrilled to be here. We've said a lot about the people here and the partnerships, but I've been writing down words that I've heard in common from everybody, and I just want to share those because it does take a community, which I've heard several times, partners, coming home, cozy. Who likes being cozy? I know I do when I look around here. Solutions, village, access, family, and respect. So with all of that, at Huntington, we're just proud to be one of the partners, but it takes all of us working together. And I also thank God for all of us being able to be here today and celebrate this wonderful, wonderful new home. Welcome home to everybody. And I am a person of wisdom experience also, so I resonated with that. And I just want to celebrate the partnerships and thank Homeport. So thank you very much and have a beautiful day.
Thank you, and I think I'm becoming a person of wisdom. And, I'm with the Federal Home Loan Bank of Cincinnati. We're probably the largest bank you've never heard of. We're $142 billion, but we don't do any retail business. We lend money to other financial institutions. And in this particular project, Huntington and CareSource were our member institutions that were part of the funding source. And I was reminded as Mr. Small told us his story, we're kind of similar. We're a small player, but every player has a part in the puzzle. And in this particular case, we had a grant through our affordable housing program of $1 million, and that's a lot to you and me, but for a project like this, that's just one small puzzle piece. But we are so proud to be a small partner in a project that has such a big impact. So thank you and congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm back. I get to send you all home. So a couple of things. Again, want to just remember that we not only have this lovely celebration, but later on in October, we will be celebrating our annual event. If you haven't gotten the information, don't leave here without speaking to one of our Homeport team. Voice and Vision is on October 21st. Our theme is Stronger Together, Resilience and Action, which is what you see right here before you on your program card. Thank you. On your program card is a QR code you can scan to get information about Voice and Vision to register. We'd love to see you all there in person. Feel free to talk to any one of our Homeport team members who are floating around here to hear more about the event. Also want to let you know that we are allowing, if you have time, you would like to see a unit, yes, we have lovely video, but if you want to see it for yourself, we have a few vacant units that you can see. So I'm going to ask you again, who am I directing them to? David's out here. Yes, you'll find him. He'll be able to direct you to the units that are available for you to walk through and to see. I wanted to, before we wrap up, Representative Conkley, thank you so much for being here. She also presented us with a resolution. So I want to thank you for being, she said it was just her second framed resolution. So thank you. See, so yes, and they will be on the wall. So it's a home, so it's going to be on the wall here in our community space. Want to thank her and Senator Craig. Just as we acknowledge that again, this takes a community. It takes many levels of partners. The environment we develop within, which is the state, the county, the city, all of our legislative partners, and how they have to be as sold out for development and the work that we do as anyone else, and that's hard, right? When you're talking with a community member and they're like, "Why are there all this construction? And why is there building this?" And sometimes they don't see the context of what's going on in our larger community. We appreciate those that have to stand up in front of folks and make those arguments and have those conversations about why growth is good and why we should keep the doors open to new community members coming in as we continue to grow every day at a record pace here in Central Ohio. So thank you both for being here and for your acknowledgments. So I think I've done all my things. Did I miss anything? I'm looking at Tim. I think I've done all my things. I will leave you with that. One of the things that we really think about about is every one of these communities that we do, it's another opportunity to remind us of what we have and to really grow with gratitude for being able to do this work, to be able to partner with the community, but also with the residents that, choose to live with us. And we are tremendously grateful for that. We are tremendously grateful for us all to be here together celebrating and marking the occasion. And we hope that you take that with you, know that you are appreciated. We know we cannot do this without you, and we look forward to seeing you at the next event. So thank you so much. Have a great day. We're cutting the ribbon now. Yes, follow Laverne. She's letting us know where we need to go. Cutting the ribbon.
I want to make sure I get this to you before I forget.
Maybe we can have coffee? I would love that. I want to know what your priorities are.
I'm well, and how are you? Well, I am well. It's good to see you. Everything well? Everything's good. You look good. It's good to see you.
You want to talk? Okay, we'll talk more. I was at the Ohio Chamber.
Right back.
Leah's not going to right now.
You just need Leah. That's it.
Kirsch is in there talking.
Well, you guys can get in position.
We're in position.
Here. We'll get Leah and the resident right here and get center. She's coming. Here comes Senator.
Is it on the Disney file? It's oh, okay, it's fast.
Where's the one?
Okay, come over here. Leah,
I love these things.
I never get off.
What a pretty day.
No, I'm not. Oh.
I'm sorry, you need your scissors.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, no. He brought it up. No, he brought it up. Does Leah have
Come up close to the...
You going to squeeze in here real quick.
Right here, sir. Right here. Right in the
Oh, good. I don't want to.
David, next to me. Sir, Mr. Alfred, right here for me. You guys gotta get in close.
Gotta make like that.
You gotta get in close. Like all this right here.
You gotta make like that. Okay, right there.
All right, they're pretty heavy.
Y'all gotta kind of
Come forward.
All right, there we go.
You got it. You in, Sue?
I am. I'm in. I'm good.
All right. Okay, you guys are going to hear a loud pop. Do not be afraid. That's part of what our CEO left. So we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cut.